How many do you have? How many do you need? Okay, so we're gonna add some more on the next baseline because we've run out of room. That one's pretty good. Do your finger space and do one more. Okay, now let's see if we remember that sentence again. Say it with me, ready? We can pet. Kiss your brains, you all remembered it, good job. What was the very first word of that sentence? We. I want you to get your arm ready. We're gonna tap the sounds we hear in we. Ready? Go. Not wa. Say it with me. All right, let's try it again. We. E. Go back to that first or initial sound. What was that sound in we? What letter spells W. Now, this is the very first word of our sentence. Do you remember what Miss Tuggle told you we had to do to the very first word of a sentence? It should be uppercase. And our uppercase letters, they start at the headline. So I want you to watch Miss Tuggle. I'm going to start at the headline, pull down to the baseline, back to the headline, down to the baseline, back to the headline. So all my lines are going from the head to the base. Do we see how that works? All right, start your marker on the headline and do your W. This is an uppercase W. Every sentence begins with an uppercase letter. Good. Nope. Start up. Show me where your headline is. Which one's the headline? That's where I want you to start. Down. Oh, we're going to start by pulling down. Okay? All right, I'm going to do your head with you. Our letters are going to be in the middle of our three lines that are working together. Okay? Now, our last or final sound in we was E. That letter saying its name. What letter is it? E. I want you to watch Miss Tuggle. My marker is actually going to start a little bit below that midline. I'm going to push and curve. Okay? Alright, let's try it together, okay? Push and curve. Now let's talk about that E is saying its name. Do we remember why a vowel can say its name? Now look behind that E. Is there anything behind that E? There's nothing closing the door. When Miss Tuggle walks in the room, I can close the door behind me, right? Is there any consonant closing the door here? Since there's no consonant closing the door, that letter can yell its name. Now if there was a letter here, would that vowel be yelling its name? No, it wouldn't. It would be making the short sound. What's the short sound for E? F. But since there's no consonant closing the door, it can yell its name. Does that make sense? All right. Our next word, we